Well, as US Envoy Steve Witkoff makes his way to Israel, let's talk a bit about the US-Israel relationship. Eric Mandel is the founder and director of the Middle East Political Information Network. Good to see you, Eric. So, first of all, how do you interpret the fact that Steve Witkoff is on his way?
Well, it's interesting. It's been 6 months, which it really seems like because he's been to the area so often that he hasn't stopped in Israel in that amount of time. But I think the fact that he's coming should be taken very seriously, that the President Trump, thinks that this issue with the humanitarian aid is now a major issue affecting the United States. So Israel needs to think about the delegitimization and America's public perception as national security priorities. And it's got to ask itself at this point of time, and this is the question that's here in the States, and I'm not sure it reverberates in the Prime Minister's office, is destroying Hamas as a governing and military entity, which may take years, is it worth losing the war on delegitimization in the United States? I mean, Israel has compromised in other wars where it has won, but Israel is a regional is a regional power, not a superpower. It has one ally in the world, that's the United States, who controls supply lines. And the polls here in the United States, including amongst Republicans, are specifically related to the humanitarian situation, are weighing heavily against Israel. And they're getting to a point where they're going to have permanent damage to the relationship. So this is an important point for Israel to decide of what to do. Is it going to flood, Laura, I'm just going to think, is it going to flood Gaza with food, decrease the prices, declare victory and have a withdrawal? I think that's what Witkoff is going to say, is declare victory, get out. Maybe
he's going to say, wrap it up. He's going to come here and say, wrap it up.
Absolutely. And I think that's something Bibi and Dermer and the coalition are going to have to wrap their heads around. And Bibi is going to have to push back against the far right.
So what should Israel do then? Is Israel going to put its security concerns on the back burner in order to keep international support?
It's a real question. So I think one of the things that's being considered, and I'll say this even from the right here in Israel, who are very supportive, is to say Israel has devastated Hamas down to it's a guerrilla war, that maybe it should withdraw from active combat zones. It should keep its buffer zone, keep the 3 corridors, Philadelphia, Morag, and Netzarim going, and then just do special operations and go there. But the bottom line here is the hostages are not going to come out. And Hamas knows that. And Israel, you have in the UN, they're telling Israel, accept the ceasefire. Israel's already accepted the partial ceasefire of Witkoff. So it means that Israel's going to continue a war at some level, go look for the hostages. Hostages will likely die. And the trauma to the Israeli society is profound.
Yeah, no good options on the table. Eric, thank you so much. Eric Mandel there at the Middle East Political Information Network.